Yeah, I just live stream them all to get it. It's not great sound. It's even worse lighting, but
At least it's something.
Any idea how long until you think you'll be starting?
I think we're starting in like 5 minutes.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no problem.
I like the jacket also.
Thank you.
I just watched Into the Spider-Verse last night again.
Oh, so good.
It's such a good. My friend had never seen it. I was like, well.
The first one may be the best comic book movie that's ever been.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah, and number 2 is pretty great too.
Yeah, and it was followed up really well. There's going to be a third one coming out. I hope it's just as good.
It's going to be just as good. No doubt.
I'll leave it to it.
what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Best Ball Funky Ball. It's our 5th show out here at the golf course. Today is my birthday. Which is awesome. Lineup tonight is going to be amazing. We've had great headliners for the whole show. I decided to host tonight just to keep things moving along. I don't do a lot of comedy, but we got Laurie Kilmartin as the headliner tonight. You know her from Colorado Lion, and she was a finalist on Last Comic Standing. The rest of the lineup tonight, you'll meet them as they get up here. We recently adopted another dog. I want to tell you guys a small story. Like I said, I don't do a lot of comedy, but we adopted this English bulldog named Buzz. And I get up really early in the morning to go to work. We're trying to house break this thing, right? We have a carpet apartment. We're on the 2nd floor. So it's not like you can just open the door and let the dog out in the yard. He's figured it out that whenever he wakes me up, like he'll come crawling up and lay his juicy jowls on me and kind of like snort my face. So I got up this morning and I went and took a piss. And then he comes and sits at my feet when I'm taking a piss and I feel something wet on my foot. It's this little pink lipstick that I turned out on my foot. And I'm Googling it, trying to figure out how do you train, the dog to not do that. And there's no material. Our first comic tonight is the first time he's ever been here talking about English Bulldogs in London. His name's David Connolly. You can see him on his show People's Bar on AMC Plus. Give it up for Dave.
Let's do that for Casey. Happy birthday, Casey. Let's give him a round of applause for that. My first time here at this golf club. You can do comedy anywhere. In 1 week, I did comedy in a winery, a rehab centre, and a prison. Seriously. Thank you. Some of you see me 4th time this week, right? So you're looking forward to 2024, your election year?
Yeah.
Do you know what I love? I love that Americans, you can change your head of state every 4 years. Do you realise that in England, we had the same queen for over 70 years? Who knew that Elton John was so old, though? Somebody tweeting that already. They're doing very slow after that. I actually just flew in from Japan. Anyone been to Japan recently? Yeah. It's amazing because when you leave Tokyo and you arrive back here, you actually have to go back in time. That's the flight. If you go to Texas from Tokyo, you actually fly back and you go so far back. It's 1953, I think. What I love is when you go to strange countries and you have to find out what their laws are. Like there's a law in Japan that someone told me, if you put ice cream in a post box, they will jail you for that. And I thought, well, I can talk. I come from Britain, Great Britain, mediocre Britain, quite frankly. We had Brexit, we had horrible weather and terrible teeth. There's not too much that's good about it. But you want to hear about some of the strange laws we've got there?
Yeah.
Yeah? They've got one person, that's Spider-Man says, yeah, go on, you're up there, do it. Yeah. It is illegal to handle salmon suspiciously. Be very careful for that. It is illegal also. It is illegal to die. I don't know how we're going to punish you. We might enjoy it. You'll like this one. It's legal. This one is legal. It's looking so happy about this. It is legal in the city of York between the hours of 12 and 1 to kill a Scotsman. That's true. You can look it up. Try it out. Go to York. Yeah, go and kill a Scotsman. Yeah, unless it's Mel Gibson dressed up as Braveheart, yeah, then you've definitely got to kill him at any time. That's a true story. That one is definitely true. All right, and there are two crimes. There are two crimes punishable by death. You want to know what they are? You want to be careful, right? It is punishable by death if you steal one of the king's deers. Do not steal from the richest man in England. I'll tell you why he's so bloody rich. Has anyone been over there recently? Anyone been to London? No, right. Okay. Let me tell you how much it is to get a cup of coffee in one of the royal boroughs. Have a guess. How much did you pay for coffee in the royal borough of Kensington? $10. You wouldn't get one. $12 and you get a coffee. $12. At that price, you'd expect to be slurping it from Camilla's belly button or something, wouldn't you? Mind you, according to King Charles, she's got a myriad of premises who you can slurp it from. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Myriad's a big word for these guys, isn't it? It's lost them. Oh, there's another crime punishable by death. You ready for this one? Yeah? Don't do this. It is punishable by death if you commit
adultery.
No, that's just fucking someone out there. Yeah, play. If I know it was a double act, I'll ask for more money. But no, it is, I'll do it one more time. See if you get this one right. It is punishable by death if you commit suicide. It's not it. I mean, how do you, it's crazy. I mean, it's kind of redundant, isn't it? Well, you have the right to remain silent. Well, at least it's cooperating. I like the laugh still coming out here. Do you want to? There's some strange things going in Los Angeles in the courts. So, you want to hear about a case that I was reading about? I know you do. You can't wait to hear it. But please tell me about this case. Just for you. What's your name? I don't know. That was a difficult one for Leslie.
She's so scared.
What's your name? I knew that. Begins with an L. Leslie. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what a court case that was going on. Los Angeles was actually in court, and I'm thinking, how do you do that? Where's he going for a sponsored walk? What's going on? Leslie, bring him back. You're coming back. Right. Tell him what I say, because he's going to say what he says. Right. So basically, Los Angeles is in court, and I'm thinking, how do you do that? How do you get 3.8 million people into the court? You can't, right? You've got to get something that represents Los Angeles, like the Hollywood sign. It's too big. Or Kim Kardashian's ass. Way too big. Right? So, thank you. I like that. Anyway, Leslie's getting into this now. So anyway, Los Angeles has been accused of stealing a lake. And I go, this has got to be an exaggeration. Maybe it was a pattern call or something like that. Keep up there so you've got to tell him when he comes back, right? But no, 100 square miles worth of water has gone missing. How do you not notice that? Hey kids, it's a beautiful day, should we go sailing? Oh no, where's the bloody lake gone? It's happened, isn't it? Anyway, Los Angeles, going to ask what to talk about. Yeah, just have a wipe before you come. Anyway, Los Angeles is sitting there saying, no, I've been here all the time, it wasn't me. I've been like the backdrop for movies. You're right there. You can come and sit down, that's all right. I'm sitting there, it's just going to tell you everything now. There's probably a dryer in there. What's your name? It's smell it? Oh, we start the place up. Okay. Leslie, please concentrate. Anyway, so look, put me up behind here, Leslie. Now, so basically, the way they caught Los Angeles out was that they found out that these guys were going around posing as farmers with pigs on leashes. Now, you're a sensible lady. Now, do farmers go around with pigs on leashes? No, they don't. Access them, right? Actually, whenever I think of pigs, I think of Margaret Thatcher. Does anyone in here know who Margaret Thatcher is? Yeah, she was actually the Prime Minister when I basically concentrated. She was the Prime Minister when I was growing up. Yeah, and we used to call her a pig. They've lost it on the front row here. Anyway, I'll tell you why I thought that Margaret Thatcher was a pig. Do you want to hear what her first piece of legislation was? I'll go to you. Her first piece of legislation was to put a tax on tampons.
What the fuck?
She saw a revenue stream out of the stream of menstruation. Blood money. Period. Thank you. Now everyone else is catching up. I'm going to tell Leslie what happened there. Oh, good. I ended up in court myself at one point in Los Angeles. You want to know what happened to me? Yeah? They made me the United States of America. Thank you. You proved that. Wow. Wow. Has anyone been through it? Have you got any illegals in here tonight? Let back. It's weird, right? The first thing they make you do when you get your citizenship is they make you give up your green card. And I was thinking, wow, getting your green card, that just took me forever. Wow, this one, it's funny. That's good, that's my job description. Excellent. Thank God for that. I'm glad one person's going to be quite nice. Alright. They will give you a credit card in this country before they'll give you a green card. I thought, well, why don't it was MasterCard, right? It gave me one with a $40,000 limit.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I thought, well, why don't I just get it maxed out and get myself a point? Do you want to hear some of the questions? And I'm going to get out of here after that. Do you want to hear some of the questions that you get asked when you go to your citizenship? Yeah? Yeah, all right, okay. I'm going to finish with these questions then. Question number one. David, were you a member of the Nazi Party during the Second World War? You better fucking just laugh at that. Either way, you'll say I'm very old and you've not read a book, my friends. Question. Good luck, all the other comedians tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to be an amazing night. Question number two. David, have you ever murdered anybody? David, question number three. Have you ever killed anybody for racial reasons? Well, that's completely different. We've all done that, right? All right, I'm going to leave you with this one. David, if you move to the United States of America, are you planning on spreading any anti-American propaganda? Why? Are they hiring them Fox News? That's it. I'm out of here.
Music. Run. Music.
Hey, darling. Wait for him. My name is Laurie. Come on. Couple of facts about December 8th for those of you that know it is my birthday. I know a lot of you thought it was a marketing ploy for some reason. Like I was making my birthday today. It's not. Same birthday as Jim Morrison, which made a lot more sense when I had long hair. Same day in 1980 that John Lennon was assassinated. Again, I remember that because when I was 5, my mom was helping me blow out my birthday cake candles, and she was sobbing all over the cake. One of my earliest memories. Also today, December 8, 1923, is the day that they erected the Hollywood sign. Come on! Give it up, Hollywood! you know me, the name is pronounced Casey Cassidy, but from Irish descent, obviously, the original Cassidys were O Cassidy. And this next comic has the most insanely perfect Irish Celtic name. His name is Sean, like my father, S-E-A-N, the Celtic style. Michael, like my uncle. They're both alcoholics. This guy's name is Sean Michael Boozer. Give it up for Sean Michael Boozer.
In between music, I gotta have it. I'm killing it.
I know, it was really glad when I first got to this country. I was none of that's real. How you guys doing?
Good.
All right, so here's the deal. Don't be offended that I'm reading. I'm trying all new stuff, so we'll see what happens here. So here's the deal. Speaking of birthdays, I've really been feeling like gravity's force. Like I've really been feeling my age. Like I was born in the 1960s. So I'm old, and I don't know why. Actually, yeah, it won't be long now. And dude, over the decades, my relationship with the mirror has changed so much. Like back in the day, I'd be like, "Fuck yeah," now I'm like, "Fuck it." But you know, I'm actually okay mortgaging a good life in my 70s and 80s for having a great life in my 20s and 30s. Those are good times, right? Don't know where I'm going with that. I do know, though, that every day is a gift. But as you get older, that gift is like a gift certificate for like Radio Shack. Some days, like today, like right now, it's more like an Arby's coupon. BOGO on a fucking beef and cheddar. Buy one, get one, that's what BOGO stands for. Hey, who are you texting? Tell me I said hi. As you get older, though, like, dude, everything slowly is spreading away. All the things that are beautiful, that you enjoy, that make life worth living, or at least make it tolerable, go away. I love that you guys laughing. I've always loved, like, reading before I go to bed. You know, you read, and it takes you to some beautiful world that's unlike your own, because this world is not working out so great for me. And then you drift off into that world, and you sometimes dream about being in that world. It's amazing. But now, like, because I can't see shit without my glasses, I have to wear my glasses. Then you drift off reading something, and then you're like awakened by this high-density polyurethane shoved through your temple. Like, no, bitch, this is reality. Come back. Your glasses shoving you into the temple. It's a sad story, isn't it? All right. And I'm like, sad story, good story. There are no good stories. There's no like wild stories I'm gonna have anymore. Like, you know, like those stories when you're younger that they start off and it's just fucking absolute nonsense. Like you show up and you're like all racked up and you have a little bit of a limp and you're like, dude, what happened? You're like, well, it was my own fault. You know, I went to gyms. We're gonna watch the game, have a couple beers. Jim lives right down the road from that petting zoo. Long story short, we're in the RV heading to Cabo, and the fucking goat we stole from the petting zoo started getting really possessive. He's coming at me, stabbing me with those little horns, right? I was just gonna walk it off, but you know, Jim and the goat both agree I should go to the ER. So I go to the ER, doc says 2 broken ribs, collapsed lung. I'll be fine by Tuesday. Now I show up, I got a limp, I'm coming in. What happened to you? It's my own fault. I got a new pillow. I'm breaking it in. It's a prescription pillow. Orthopedic cushions are a real thing, guys. And the doctor says I'll be fine by spring. By spring. By spring, because the first guy's done by Tuesday. All right. Oh, another thing that's been stripped away.
don't change, but the things around you change, and it changes everything. Like things that are naughty that you love. Like I always loved quote unquote cougars, like an older woman that's like can teach you things. It's so sick. So here's the thing. Cougars are now just age-appropriate women.
Yep.
Which has a completely different vibe to it. And the weird thing about like dating age-appropriate women is like they have kids that are like fully realized adults, not like some kids in high school or college. They have a kid that has a career. I'm like, wow, I don't even have one of those. Look at that. You must be a great mom. One thing that's great though about age-appropriate women, you don't have to explain any of your references. Like you're like, well, see, Duran Duran was a seminal boy band back in the day before they called them boy bands. They were part of the British invasion, the second British invasion. They really get to fuck with them. You know what I do miss though is dating women with young children. That was the best. They always had something else to do that was much better than hanging out with me. Like they had a to-do list, they had to go to the PTA, they had to make cookies, they had to do lunch. They always had, like you were just something to do on their to-do list at some point. Like literally the only difference, like it was just like you were like a physical, it was just a physical thing. There was no, they didn't connection, they were fostering a relationship with their child. They created some other, but they didn't have time to use a physical thing. It was kind of like dating a married woman without the chance of getting shot. So that was a huge bonus. Because the husband would shoot you. All right. Full disclosure. I know I'm a middle-aged man in the entertainment industry with zero name recognition, so I know nobody's fucking remote. I get that. I know that. But here's the deal. In comparison, I'm one of those people that I wouldn't look and go, oh, okay. About that. The Y chromosome, in general, does not put out a good product. And, wow, the audience turned. Like, literally, all you have to do in this world is not be an abusive, misogynistic asshole. That's where the bar is. That's where the bar is. It was different a couple years ago. I used to run into people that like, I'm a princess, and I need to be treated as such and cared for as such. And I'm thinking, really, I don't know a lot of royalty that wear plastic name tags, but, I don't know everything. With age-appropriate women, I find there's like an embracing of the pragmatic. There's like an idea that, let's put it this way. It's kind of like on a meal at lunch, and you sit the thing back like 3 or 4 times, and it's still not right, and you're just like, you know what, this is not what I wanted, this isn't what I ordered, is this even fully cooked? I don't know, you know what, my lunch hour is almost over, you know what, fuck it, I'm starving, I will eat this shit, it's better than nothing. There is nothing more humbling than realizing you are the step above nothing. Even worse than that is when you hear them like pump themselves up to be with you, like, well, fuck. I mean, if I got it, I got it. I mean, there's nothing else there. My batteries are dead, so I guess I'll fuck this guy. Have you ever been on the receiving end of a congressionally administered BJ? No. You know, I'm a doctor. I graduated from Columbia Med School. You know, I graduated at Dartmouth. You don't even have a job. You have sunscreen streaks on your bald spot. You know what? Fuck it, let's do this. And I just can't let it go because I absolutely agree with her. So I'll be like, you know what? I think we can both agree that you deserve better. And I know that we can both agree that I'm a disappointment on all levels as a human being. And But you know, I do have some redeeming qualities. Like I'm an American hero. I'm a goddamn patriot. I'm actually a worldwide hero. I have no kids, which means thank you. Yeah, my carbon footprint's small. It ends with me. You know, people are always like, why don't you have kids? What the fuck am I gonna do with a kid? And then, like, you know what you never hear is, why do you have kids? That's a question, because I know you didn't plan for this shit, right? Nobody thought, hey, this is a great end result. Is your pull-up game not strong? I don't know. Oh, the phone just shut down. Dance break.
Oh yeah, break dance.
All right. We're talking about kids. Copy that. When you're a kid, that's like your one time to be like just blissfully happy, and like you love like going out. Like if your mom's going to the store, you want to go over. If your dad's going to the post office, like I want to go. I just want to go out. I love going out, going camping, going to the park. You only love going to the club. You know what I love? Staying at home on the couch. Like there is nothing better than that. You know why? Because I've been out there. You know what's out there? A lot of human beings, a lot of people, and people are horrible. So I'm an idealist, though. An idealist. Like I love the idea of humanity. It's just in practice, it's a lot harder to love them. Like I wake up every day and I'm like, dude, this is it. I'm gonna be in love with humanity. I'm gonna love my fellow human being. And then I go to the store and like the jackass in front of me has 13 items, and it clearly says 10 or less or fewer, depending on where you go. And I'm like, dude, you know how to fucking count. And then this says, I'm like, but you know what? I'm gonna love this guy. I'm gonna let it happen. So I'm loving this guy. Then he wants to have a conversation with the cashier. I'm like, dude, this is the express lane, not express yourself. Express it and get the fuck out of here, right? And then he starts looking for the credit card. I'm like, you could have done that when we were having the conversation. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this guy. Fuck everybody that looks like this guy. You know what? Fuck all of humanity. You give an extension is coming and you deserve it. I mean, not you guys. You people have been great. Loser.
Oh, music, man.
Sound like a loser. The best Irish thing ever heard in my entire life. We're going to keep it going here tonight. Thank you for your time. Next comic, you can see him or hear him actually daily on the Klein Alley Show with K-Rock. I lost a bet to this guy, so I think did you bring that thing? I gotta put a Husky license plate in my car for a year. It's an annual bet that I lose like every year. It's gonna be really tough, but you know, a lot of doctors, a lot of lawyers in your done, so who knows? It's gonna end up working out for me. Give it up for the one and only Jake Dill.
Hi, everybody! So a couple years ago, we did the same bet, and I actually lost to Casey. But he's a huge college football fan and huge Cougar fan. Would you show a tattoo? Look at that terrible fucking thing. Terrible. Washington State versus UW every year. I went to UW, and it's the Apple Cup. And we had it. Did someone boo? Oh, Casey's girlfriend. Fucking loser. All right. Well, so here's the license plate. Happy birthday, Casey! Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear shithead. Happy birthday to you. What's great about it is when I lost and I had a Cougar license plate on my car for a year, I thought I gave me a license to drive an asshole for a whole year. It was great.
Hilarious.
People
I gotta go
are
get
like,
Laurie.
"Boss, you, fuck you." And, it was great. All right, you ready for some jokes? I hope this goes well, because if it doesn't, it's gonna suck the bomb in front of a sign that says "Play to win." What the fuck? Terrible. Woo! All right. Ready for the jokes? I gotta stretch out. Get the jokes out. You ready? You guys can't leave, you know that, right? you guys can't leave. You're holding down this table. You guys leave, show's over. We're all going home. All right, I can't wait to go home. Big ups to this place. You have my favorite beer in the world here, and I was stoked about it because you don't find this very often. Francis Connor. Anyone familiar? One guy, you know what? I bet you went to UW, didn't you? One guy back there. Don't I? Well, you're wrong. Actually, great don't. Because I don't think they have very many left. That's my thing. All right. Thanks for coming out. I got COVID about a month ago, and it sucked. I didn't get the vaccine this time because, like a lot of you, I heard some bad things about it online in a podcast from some guys who were high, and I was like, that sounds like good advice. I'm not getting the vaccine. Actually, what it was that I was just lazy. And I didn't get the vaccine, and then I got COVID, and it fucking sucked. But what I hate is when people say, well, you should do your own research.
Oh.
No, I shouldn't. If you think I should do my own research, you vastly underestimate how stupid I am. You know how old I was when I finally figured out that prima donna didn't mean before Madonna? Are you serious? Dude, when I was a kid, when I was like 8 years old, my dad had me take golfing lessons. And I thought golf was a new sport. Like, oh, it's a new sport, golf. I'm going to learn how to play golf. He watched golf every day. But because it wasn't a cartoon, I was oblivious. Oh, golf is new. I'm a fucking idiot. What research am I going to do? You think I'm smarter than a doctor? I'm barely smarter than a Dr. Pepper. Are you serious? I get you? I got you. I know there's a conspiracy that if you get the vaccine, that you become controlled by the government. And if that's true, I'm just wondering when that happens because I make bad decisions. Can you please take control? Because the amount of money I spent last month on DoorDash alone was obscene, and I need help, government. Make me a puppet. Know what the problem with COVID was, really, with the vaccine? It wasn't deadly enough. You need a pandemic where it's like a coin flip if you make it out or not. And then you watch all the anti-vax people like run in line to suck a dick for one. They can't wait to get a vaccine then. Like, oh, you're next. I don't need one. I got doctors. Play to win. I don't know if that's what I'm doing. But we're trying. I went to the doctor, and they put me on a prescription for antidepressants. And I went to get the prescription, and it cost $80. And I felt a lot better when I didn't buy it. Oh shit, I have $80 now. I can spend that on anything and cure all my problems. Buy a cool rock, cool crystal, from a white lady with a dream catcher tattoo, right? I make eye contact, you just laugh with eye contact, like that. Alright. I felt dumb in the weirdest way possible because it came out of nowhere. All I was trying to do was order a pizza. And I ordered pizza and they're like, yeah, you want cheesy bread with that? And I was like, yeah, and I hung up. I was like, wait a second, that's what pizza is. I just got tricked into ordering the worst pizza. Right? And I'm like, what? It comes with marinara sauce. Oh, so a worse pizza that I have to assemble. I feel like I'm a teacher in class right now. You guys pay attention. Don't copy off this work. Are you guys passing notes? Let me read it. Let me read your note. You pass notes? You guys, are you high?
She wants to know where everybody's at.
I want to know where everybody's at. We all want to know where everybody's at.
Where did our group go?
You know what? Let's go find them. I told you, you can't leave. You leave, the show's over. I got a friend who doesn't eat pizza or bread or anything. He's on a caveman diet. And I'm like, oh, what's that? He's like, oh, that's when you only eat non-processed foods, like what a caveman would eat. And I was like, okay, well, that's ridiculous. You tell me a caveman would eat nacho cheese? Dude, if you gave a caveman nacho cheese, he wouldn't have the grunts necessary to communicate how awesome it was. You get a caveman nacho cheese, he'd freak out. He's like, nacho cheese, nacho cheese, nacho cheese. It'd be the origin of language. You should go on an actual caveman diet. And that's where we drop you off in the middle of the woods, and you only eat what you can hunt and gather. And we call it starving your ass to death. You'll be amazed how much weight you can lose when you are starving your ass to death. Hey, you look really good. You've been working out? No. I've been starving my ass to death. All I've been doing is eating tree bark and pine cones. I'm so hungry, but my shit can shingle your roof. I'm going to sell my shit shingles on Etsy. All right. I've been living in Los Angeles for like 20 years now, and I've picked up some Spanish. I don't want to brag, but I've learned some stuff. I know that there's a big difference between sopas and sopas. I know that. I also know, Liz, that esposas means both wives and handcuffs. That's pretty ballsy, right? Because you know they had the word for wives first, and then handcuffs came out, and some dude was like, yo, you know what it reminds me of? We can't go do shit? I got a word for that, man. Don't tell her, or else we'll wind up in a esposa. Pronouns are a big deal now, and I can't imagine how infuriating it must be to be called by the wrong thing. Because if someone calls my dog a good boy, I fucking lose it. Are you kidding me? What's wrong with you, you fucking dog bigot? She's a good girl. You don't call her a good boy, she's a good girl. I honestly believe that. Whatever makes you feel better about being called, about being in your meat suit, good, because I truly believe the mind is everything. I also believe that you shouldn't tell me unless you think I might get it wrong. You know, I don't need a, hi, I'm Tom, he, him. Don't tell me shit, Tom. You won't believe this, but I had an idea. I'm not English psychic. All right, play to win, everybody. Thank you very much.
Jack Jill, everybody! This is just gonna be, we have Husky too, and in my household, this kid was just born and bred to hate purple. My cousin Stacy did her undergrad at Wazoo and then did her master's degree at UW. And like as a joke, sent our Cougar family a bunch of UW t-shirts, and we burned them. And we threw them in the fucking fireplace. This is going on my car. What? This show, like I said, this is our 5th show here. We couldn't have done it without your next comic on the ones and twos. His comedy album is
On the Wing of a
On
Dragon.
the Wing of a Dragon. It's the one and only Mr. Ron Swallow.
What's up, guys? How we doing? Awesome. I gotta be honest, I'm glad they left. Yeah. No, I hope at some point over there they learn how you're supposed to act at a comedy show and then come back. That'll be great. How's it going? You're like a goth goddess over there. That's awesome. I look like I would probably like a rainbow, but you're cool. I'm flirting here, guys. It's not I'm engaged, and it's totally irresponsible. Let's talk about it. White privilege. I fucking got it. All right. And a lot of people like, look, I'm poor. I've been poor when I was a kid, super poor. So when I say white privilege, and I know about it, I'm telling you the truth. I lived in a fucking trailer where we didn't have a fire alarm, and we glued Jiffy Pop to the metal side to make up for it, okay? I'm not saying my life was good. I'm saying I had privilege, and I'm gonna explain it to you. Because for 8 years, I drove around with no license, no registration, no insurance, got pulled over 8 times. No problems at all. Till the 9th time. Then I went to jail. But I say that in those times I got pulled over, they just gave me more and more tickets. So at that point when I got pulled over, I had $250,000 worth of tickets, which was hilarious. The cops who pulled me over were like, we don't even want to take you to jail. We have to take you to jail. They were so mad at me, and they were right. I was irresponsible. During that whole time, one guy pulled me over and said, hey man, just letting you know, if you were more thug, you'd be in jail right now. And I think you know what he meant when he said thug. And if you don't, you also have a serious white privilege. I did go to jail for 6 days, and it took care of all my tickets. So that was great. Until you also realize that 6 days for $250,000, also white privilege. But there was plenty of other people who had less tickets and went to jail for 45 days, I found out from other people. So I'm just pointing all this out to you to teach you guys stuff. And also to tell you about the time I went to jail, because that shit is pure entertainment. If you haven't been to jail, definitely try it out sometime. I'm kidding, don't fucking do it, it's crazy. I did, first off, I accidentally got into the more safe area because I went in, you have to talk to like a therapist when they bring you in, and the lady was like, hey, have you ever been to a therapist or, a psychologist? And I was like, yeah. And then she was like, why? And I was like, oh, I had anger issues. And she's like, okay, well, do you still have anger issues? And I was like, not really. And she goes, hey, if you still have anger issues, you'll get your own cell by yourself. So, do you have anger issues still? And I was like, yes, I do. So many anger issues. Please give me my cell by myself. Also, I went and met, eventually did get to general population though, which is where you meet. So if you don't know about jail, this is what happens. You go, and first off, jail is separated by races in LA. I don't know if it is anywhere else, but in LA, they separate that shit out by races. So I go meet the guy who's in charge of what is called the Peckerwoods. I love that they call themselves the Peckerwoods. That shit's hilarious. And I have to go meet this guy, and he looks me in the eye and puts his hand out, and it's like, He's bald and crazy looking. And he has one tattoo on the side of his head that says, "Fuck it." And then he puts his hand out to me and is like, "Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Bananas." Then he turns his head, and there are a picture of bananas on the side of his head, and it says, "Bananas." So now I have to shake the hand of a man who just told me his name is Bananas and not laugh at him. Because that tattoo is on his head, not because he loves bananas, but because he has killed me. And I did think it was interesting. I did get out, and I tell you, there was an interesting thing about jail. This is what I learned about jail. There's two different types of people who go to jail. There's people who fuck up, and they take responsibility, like myself, who was like, well, I guess I should have driven around for 8 years with no license, registration, or insurance. And then there are people who are blaming somebody else. Like I met this one guy, and he's like, man, it's always the cops catching me with the crack. Maybe it's the crack, bro. Maybe it's the crack. I will say, one of the problems with my white privilege thing and my body in general, I don't know if you know this, but apparently my face looks like I must be racist. The reason I say that is because I go to white places to do comedy, and they think I'm just like them. I have become on accident what I like to call the secret racist. That's where people don't realize you're not racist, and they tell you all their secrets. And they are not fun secrets, guys. Like this one guy, I had this joke. Well, the weirdest thing about racist guys, like first off, the guy would come up to me after a show and be like, hey man, can I tell you a joke? A lot of comics don't like that. Me, you can tell me a joke, just make sure it doesn't suck, okay? But this guy came up to her after a show and he's like, hey man, can I tell you a joke? It's sort of racist. Nah man, you can't tell me that joke. You also can't be sort of racist. It's like being sort of pregnant. That shit doesn't exist. You're either a giant piece of shit or you're not a giant piece of shit. It's not too complicated. And these guys who, when they like you, they'll twist your words so you make it sound like what you what they want to hear. So if they decide they like you, they change your words. So for instance, I do this joke about the phrase lazy Mexican because I don't like the phrase. The joke is this: I don't like the phrase lazy Mexican because I don't know any. I go, wait a minute, that's not true. If you change the word lazy to mean a guy who's willing to do backbreaking labor for $2 an hour less than most people bitch about just so his family will have a better life, then yes, I know some lazy Mexicans. And I do that joke in Idaho, and a guy stands up right after me. He's like, I know what you mean, man. I hate Mexicans too. And I'm like, I don't know what conversation you thought we were having, dude, but that was not it. That was not it. The other thing is they'll talk politics to you. And look, guys, you can talk politics to me. Politics are, honestly, I don't care if you're conservative, I don't care if you're liberal, just be smart. Have a backup for whatever you're talking about. Don't be an asshole, we're good to go. But sometimes these guys not bright. Not so bright. Like this one guy was like, you know what? I don't trust Biden because his name rhymes with lion. Yeah, thanks, Dr. Seuss of politics. You got any more fucking gems? Like, don't hang out with a lark during a bear market or some shit? Like, what other piece of advice do you have, you fucking idiot? I always wonder, like, you know that you have to prove that you can drive, right? To get a license. You gotta go to the driver's license, you gotta go to the place, drive around, prove that you can drive. I think you should have a conversational license. You know what I mean? Like a guy starts talking to you, he says something dumb like that, and you're like, hold on, let me see your license. That's a class S for shut the fuck up. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. I did a bunch of weird race stuff for you guys because that's what I was in the mood for doing. I'll give you a choice. Do you want to hear a goofy joke about karaoke, or do you want to hear my joke about from my album? Well, it's my favorite joke. He's the boss, right? Time for both?
Do the album.
Okay, I'll do the album joke. This is my favorite. It's actually my favorite joke. The other day I was playing this bar video game with this guy. I don't know him very well. He keeps kicking my ass at this game, and he turns to me, he's like, bro, I'll kick your ass at this game anytime, any place. I'm like, that's presumptuous. How about the time of Jesus? On the wing of a dragon. You don't know me, bitch. Maybe I have a flux capacitor and a wizard. Maybe I have one of those Terminator time machines that send me in the past naked. Sure, I'll be in the past naked, but where will you be? You'll be in the present, clothed, not beating me in a video game. And then who wins? Ron Swallow. Look, I know you need a Venn diagram to understand that joke. And if you lack the Venn diagram, we can be friends. And I'm going to tell you a secret about comedy. One of the things we do is we do the same jokes over and over and over again. The ones that work like 95% of the time, you keep those jokes. The ones that work 75% of the time, you're supposed to technically throw those out. They don't work enough, you got to throw them out. Now, technically, that joke works 75% of the time, but I get to make a dragon reference in it, so I don't give a shit. That's all my time. Thanks, guys.
Ron Swallow, everybody! Hey, it says I was going through his catalog. There's a lot of Michael Jackson in there. I say shit about say half of his catalog, Michael Jackson. Again, it is my birthday. Can't thank you all enough for coming out. All you guys, man. Collington, Jeff, Andy, give it up for AP, give it up for Erner. What's up, Phil, in the back? All you guys. My girl, thank you. A lot of LAUSD in the house. We got some of the Leo students. I got a gift, so I have no idea what's in it. Pulling this, let's go ahead and open it up. Instead of the theme, a couple of years ago at Christmas, I got like an autographed wrestler, but the wrestler looked like Gallagher. I don't even know what it is, but I think it's worth money, actually. This is what you got here. Keep up the theme going on the birthday. Oh God, it's a VHS. I have a VHS player. Oh, and it's autographed again. Yakov Smirnoff. Lot of testosterone up here tonight. Finally, we got a female coming up. She's was at the last show, introduced herself. Can't wait to have her up so you guys can see what she does. Her show was called The Sleep with Sam Howard Show. The Sleep with Sam Howard Show. Give it up for Sam Howard.
All right, Ron, spits not swallowed. Where are you? There you are. You did the same joke last month. That was a karaoke joke. He lets you vote, and then it's the same joke. I'm kidding. That was supposed to be my opener. Did you like it? You didn't like it. I don't know better. Did you like spits not swallows? That's funny, right? That's good. Have you ever done that before? Have you ever said that?
I do it different. So,
Oh, okay. I think it was better. Is it better than I did?
yeah.
So you spit and swallow better than I do. Good. Very good. I don't do either. I don't do it. I just receive oral. That's what I do.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do with my juices. You know, I don't care. That was dirty. That was sensitive to birthday. Who's friends here with the birthday boy? Birthday man. I know you're lovers. You love him. You love him. You make love. You spit and swallow probably. And then, you guys friends? All right. Is this how you guys do? This is nice of you. Thank you. Thank you for this. I love your hair. It's great. I'm going to go more red, I think. Yeah. All right. I'm a natural redhead, but I just got my hair a little reddish to try to like really enhance it. I did the downstairs too, so there's I'm trying to look like Orphan Annie. You know what I mean? I'm looking for my daddy Warbucks. I'm going to try some new things too. Maybe on Hinge. Have you heard of Hinge? Dating app, Hinge. Is that how you guys met? Casey and on Hinge? No. High school probably. You're probably got a real door hinge. If you actually met in real life, I don't know. That's sweet. That's sweet. I don't want to hear all of it because I got to go in 10 minutes, but later we can hear about it. I'm on Hinge, and they call it the app that's meant to be deleted. But I'm like, a Hinge is intended. The purpose is to open and close that door. So why don't you call it like deadbolt if you want? If that's what you want. Because I'm trying to trap somebody. That's my goal. I was thinking recently that I wish that Hinge had a time hop app, like on Facebook, how you can see what happened a year or 2 years ago. And here's some things I would see. Are you guys ready to hear some of my history on Hinge?
Yes.
One of the first men I matched with, he told me that I looked like a substitute teacher he would have had a crush on in the 3rd grade. Yeah. But I was like, hey, how about in your fantasy, you give me a fucking full-time job? Like, can you just, I could be the principal, right? Thank you! Yeah, you would give me a full-time job. Then I went on a date, a real life date with this guy. He looked like an avatar, like one of the blue ones, you know, like with his eyes were so. He's very handsome online, but when I saw it in real life, I was like, that's a lot. You should be digital for sure. I don't want this in real life. He's so strong. It felt like I learned from him that there are 600 muscles, and he had all of them worked out. I was like, that's too many, so many. And the first time he came to my apartment, which you don't know this, but I usually do stand up from my apartment, and it's covered in children shit. Like I have a kid, and I now know from who's the guy that was talking about? Oh, you, yeah. Now I know I'm gonna because of the way you date women with children, I'm gonna teach my kid how to shoot a gun. Thank you for that. Be safe from buggers like you. I don't want the commitment. So, thank you. I like your shirt anyway. Thank you. So I told him I have pictures of my kid on social media and on my Hinge profile, not to like lure a pedophile, but he's very cute. If that's what you're into. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I have that, and so he knew I had a kid. I'm very honest about it because there's a question that says, "Do you have children?" And I say yes. But then there's also a question on Hinge that says, "Do you want children?" And I never know how to be honest about that one because it's just, you know, I'm stuck with the one I have. It's too late to re-answer the other one. I didn't board him. You know, didn't do that. Anyway, so he walks into my apartment, and I see him notice all the kid stuff, but it kind of sinks in. He's like, "Oh, she really is involved. She's a caregiver. That's a lot." And I thought I would lighten it up a little bit, so I was like, "Hey, I don't actually have a kid. I'm just trying to manifest one." And he didn't like that. I wanted to say, I should have said this. I should have blew him. That's why, because then he would be blue like a guitar. It's fine. I've never had, my whole life, I've only had one pregnancy scare, only one, and it was the one that was the baby, so my body did it out. But now what happens, I've noticed, is my period will come early on months where I don't have any fun, and I feel like it's my body just being very passive aggressive. What are you guys talking about? Is it really funny? Is it good? We got a good joke? Are you talking about Hinge? Are you on Hinge right now looking for me? Are you? You could. You can't search people. That's the bummer. You can't. All right. Oh yeah. So my period when it comes early. You didn't like that idea? I like that idea. That because your period comes late, you're scared it's a baby. Your period comes early, your body's bullying you and reminding you that nobody wanted to insert you. Yeah. That's what it feels like. It feels very. I didn't feel late that week. Oh, you guys have matching shoes? I like that. This is good. You're all sitting in a line. You just come back from college? What's happening? This is good. It's just so orderly. Are you the same people that were here before? No. Did you eat their food? Is that my food? I ordered wings. What are you doing? Is my lunch? Oh, fuck. Oh, man. I don't know anything of that. I don't want to do that to you, though. I mean, maybe if you would be taking a date. I don't know. I ordered wings. Okay, don't refuse my drink. All right. All right, so you want to see my lips? Does that help? I have more lipstick. Does that help? Can you, yeah? Lip reader? Yeah. Oh, that's yes? This is yes. What's that? Right. She's so funny.
Right. Like, you're right.
You're right.
Right.
You're right. That's cool.
Like,
I like him. All right. Ask him if he's on Hinge. Is this Hinge? It should be Dimple, right? You agree? All right. You don't know about that. All right. Well, this is fun. I know this is more because I taught my kids that. And then I know, this is milk or something? Titties out there? Milk, yeah. You guys, breastfeeding is weird. You guys do that? Anybody breastfeed your kid? You did, sir. Yeah, you look very good. You too. Yeah, blue hat. Okay. I was thinking about you and your family's hatred for the Cougars. It's not the Cougars that you date, it's the Cougars, right? Is it a football team or something?
Yeah, we love the Cougars.
You love the Cougars. You hate UW.
Yes, the
Huskies.
Huskies thing. Okay. It felt like everything you're describing, like that was more dramatic than what's happening in Gaza right now. I don't know. I'm going to talk about Gaza a little bit. Is that going to really ruin the birthday?
Do it.
So my parents, I don't want to brag more than I already have. My parents were the 1984 Pentecostal Church of God National Bible Quiz champions.
Yeah.
Thank you. I know you brought your Bible. If anyone brought your Bibles, I'll be signing them. Okay. King James Version only, please. So yeah, my parents loved Jesus so much. They're actually kind of in a threesome with him. Not to be weird, but like when they got married, the whole deal was like they were like, you have to both love. The preacher made a triangle, was like God's at the center. You guys both have, and I was like, that's the devil's threesome, but like no. The devil's not allowed. That's not fair. I don't feel. My mom she'll get filled with the Holy Spirit and she'll speak in tongues. But you guys probably couldn't translate. I don't know. That's a lot. It's like you say. It's like this is what it sounds like. It's like that's what that sounds racist, but it's not. It's my mom. My mom is more fluent in the Holy Spirit than she is in her native tongue, which you can tell by looking at me. But it's verbal abuse. That's she's really good at that. She's so good. My dad's pretty good too. My dad, he still is called the legend in my hometown because he memorized the entire New Testament of the Bible. Yeah. And he has, I swear, he knows the whole thing. But he's not once remembered to wish me a happy birthday. Fuck you, man. Are you going back and have a set? Oh, man. You can just go out here. I don't know. All right. Is there a speaker in there? I hope there is. If I have a Oh man. So my dad, this is the reason I wanted to do this show is because when I was born, he was on a golf course instead of there for me. So I thought maybe he'd show up. He did. He's right now, my dad's playing softball in this like retired men's World Series, which is very cute because it's in Las Vegas, which is only 4 hours away from us. He drove from St. Charles, Missouri, which is 2 days worth of driving. He drove all the way to play softball, and his grandson, my son's birthday is tomorrow, and he's not going to drive to his birthday party. That's because Jesus is number one, and daughter is very last. My dad, I'm an actress, and thank you. And my parents are sort of, they want me to be like the Christian Oprah. They really wish that I would get saved and then do like a talk show that helps people get saved also. One time my dad and I were in a fight because I was talking about global warming as if it was real maybe, and he doesn't agree. So he got really mad and he goes, Sam, you know what I think? He goes, all these years I thought I was such a bad father, but I think you were a bad daughter.
Wow.
Yeah, that's sad, right? How do we, I don't know. And I was like, I started crying, I was sad. And he goes, well, stop pretending to cry. The whole family knows you're just a really good actress.
That's a great joke.
The whole family knows. It's really good. Really nice. All right, I have this show called The Sleepy Sam Howard Show because I have narcolepsy. It's a fun sleep disorder. A healthy human brain will paralyze your body when you are in REM sleep, and that happens so that you can't act out your dreams. It's a health precaution. It's really good. My brain will paralyze my body when I'm wide awake, so I can't live out my hopes or dreams. multiple times, so you guys can all say that you slept with Sam Howard. All right, thanks for having me. Thank
Sam, I didn't find that chocolate Italian thing offensive at all. I thought it was fantastic. I was wondering like how that works. One more comment to go before I headline tonight. It's my partner in crime. The reason most of you are here. Give it up for the one and only Leo Sanders.
Started clamping. Started clamping.
All
Turning the
right,
music.
so here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna get uncomfortable. Strap in, because I don't know if I'm gonna stop. This fucker right here, he lived with me. I've known him like 25 years, 23 years. And let me tell you the first one, okay? Since it's a point of reference. This fucking guy, let me tell you a couple of stories from memory lane. He comes to my house every Sunday with his fucking dogs, and we watch football, and he shows up, and he drinks all my alcohol. Give it up for that.
You deserve it. Carb king.
Little do I know, he's so fucked up before he comes. I have a decanter, it's full of Centauri times, right? Japanese whiskey. And he drinks like the whole fucking thing. And I'm not exaggerating. Like I fucking party. There's nothing close to this fucking guy. And he gets done, like it's like we're watching the Seahawks Sunday Night Football, and he's like, this tequila is just not doing it for me. It's fucking Japanese whiskey. And the fucker thought it was tequila. He's drinking that shit. And then I go to the kitchen, and the fucker's full of suds. Suds. He took one of my Tide Pods, and he put it in the dishwasher. This drunk fuck. When he lived with me, I had a sectional couch. It was awesome. I love that couch. He comes in drunk one night, and he must have thought it was the bathroom, and he pissed the couch. He was the third person of my friends to piss the couch. I didn't get rid of the couch until a rat got in the place, and I got the rat with a fucking mouse trap, and it bled all over, but he pissed the couch. Third friend of mine to piss that couch. I love that couch. And I want to say that was back when we were young. That was this year. He Tide Podded my house, he drank my Centauri, and he pissed my couch. This fucking guy. Happy fucking birthday. You fucker. I'm just taking a walk down memory lane. Dude, I'm going to talk about memories. I'm just going to talk. I'm just going to tell fucking stories tonight. Like, I hated being a kid. It was uncomfortable. So many fucking embarrassing moments. Like, do you guys mind if I get a little comfortable with you? Only because I generally would, for a small crowd like this, I really wouldn't do it, but you guys are so powerful. And I didn't want to support Russia all night. So you're laughing at my body. You're laughing at my, this is my fucking life. I still have these. I'm like the drunk comedian Michael Phelps of the golf club fucking comedy. But I'm up here. When I was a kid, like embarrassing, always terrible fucking. So you guys sit back in your fucking chairs and judge me or whatever, and look at your cell phones and how lucky you are with all the porn. When I was a kid, I know I don't look it, but when I was a child, dude, Sears and Roebuck catalog, fucking, those women in the Sears and Roebuck bra section, right? You have no concept of what we're talking about. You get a catalog like this thick, and you're flipping through it as a kid, and you get because you gotta jack off, right? Right? Thank you. Yes. And you get to the goal when you get to the women's lingerie section, the Sears and Roebuck or J.C. Penney. Oh, dude, J.C. Penney. And the women, you can see through the white of the fucking, you can see through the white, and they got full on like 70s bush. Thank you. So, me, genius, I cut them all out. I cut them out with a pair of scissors. I probably got the scissors from Sears and Roebuck. And I don't know what happened to Roebuck, but anyway, and I had this, remember Band-Aids? They had these old tins. I stuffed them in a Band-Aid tin, and I stored them in the closet that nobody used. I stored the pictures in the Band-Aid tin of the bush women, the bush of fucking, I put them in there, and I stuffed them away where nobody ever would find them. And then my dad decided to clean out. My dad decided to clean out the closet. And I run downstairs and he's cleaning out the closet and he pulls out this Band-Aid tin. And he starts pulling out this little picture. I'm like, no, that's old shit. That's old shit. And he's pulling them out and he's laughing so hard. He's doing the non-laugh body shape where he's looking at him. And this is my private little stash of, that's my pornography. You can look it up on your phone and just watch guys just going ass to mouth and fucking pop, you know. But no, I had a special little fucking, my dad found it. And it was special to me. And you know what he did? Stuffed it back in, put it in the closet. And he said, my dad's from Selma, Alabama. And he's like, yo boy, don't let your mama find those. I wanted to cry. I was so, you think my fuck. I hated being a kid, all the embarrassing shit. It was terrible. Fucking went to Catholic school. And I was as tall as I am now. I was a triple threat. Braces, zits, and these feet. They're bigger than they look. What they say about big feet, right? They take attention away from all the acne on my fucking face. But yeah, I went to Catholic school, and we'd have to once a month go to confession. And they said, line up in order of height. And it's crazy because I was always first, because I was like 6'2" in the 6th grade. And so we line up in order of height, and I'd go in there to the priest, and it was terrible because I knew the last kid is so happy because I'm spending an hour in there talking about jacking off the Sears and Roebuck. So, and that's when I knew, my first confession, I knew I wasn't gay because the priest, he finished twice before I, and I could hardly get it up. Yeah. He was cool, though. I let him up into my chest. Here's what's fucking wild. All right, you want me to blow your mind? I ended up going to college, right? In graduate school, and when I did my student teaching, while I was doing my master's thesis, yeah, highly educated. I ended up teaching in the same Catholic school I went to, right? And this is crazy. Once a month, they have we have to go down to the school for a fucking mass. Sorry, if I'm offending anybody, walk out the back door. And check it out. The 8th graders do a contest to who gets to carry the cross. And then they weave a fucking like fake little crown of thorns for their head. I would be the one to pick off the thorns off the rose bush. And then they carry the thing, and you know, I ended up as a teacher at that school. I ended up teaching at the Catholic private school I went to. They were short a Eucharistic minister, and they asked me. They asked me to perform the ashes on Ash Wednesday. And they gave me a robe. And they came up, my sister and my family, they're all there. And they're walking up, and I was like, from dust you come, to dust you shall return. And I felt like the power of the Spirit inside of me. And I'm telling you, like, I had power. And I was just fucking just ashing the fuck out of this. Little do they know the night before, I'm in grad school, the night before, I did an 8-ball of cocaine and drank more than I did tonight. It was fucking wild. I'm sweating bullets. Got lights like this shit on me, and I'm like fucking just like, it was amazing that they gave me that duty. And I thought the embarrassment would get better as I got older, but no. COVID hits, and I was out on a soccer field at Sacramento High School where I teach children.
Go Tigers!
And I was like administering all the fucking things on the forehead. I go out and I'm out there with the soccer players, and I'm, I kick a soccer ball, my leg lights up, and I got this like golf ball sized cyst in my butt, right? And I thought the embarrassment was over. I go into the fucking ER and I've got a pilonidal cyst on my butthole. And there must have been 17 people living in my asshole that day. They sliced it open, they fucking lanced it, they drained it, and then they realized I got a fucking hernia in my stomach. Because the same doctor is like, you got a hernia in your stomach. So they gave me a surgery. And oh my God, I said, let's just do it. Let's do it all. So they do this surgery. So I don't have a C-section, but they do this and they do my ass the same day. I woke up and it felt like somebody fucked me in the ass and punched me in the stomach. So basically it felt like a Tuesday. I survived. Oh, you want to hear what's crazy? Here's some news. Taylor Swift's doing a new concert with Mumford and Sons. It's cool. It's topical. Yeah, thank you. They're calling it, the collaboration is being called Mumford and Tom.
It's flat.
Oh, bunch of fucking Swifties in here. Too soon. That's the one that didn't get them? Fuck. All right. How much time do I have? I'm fucking strapping and I'm not getting on. It's my show. I'm going to go as long as I want. Okay, another embarrassing story. I was on the couch finger blasting my girlfriend in 1991. Yeah, just knuckles deep. Right?
Jesus.
Right? Oh no? Is it too soon? She was there, and I was enjoying it. And dude, we're watching the World Series, the Atlanta Braves. And my dad's from the South, and so Alabama's Atlanta adjacent, I guess. David Justice hits a ball that like boom. My dad's listening up on the radio box. There's radios. We used to have radios, right? And my dad comes running down the stairs. I pull the blanket over me and my lover. And I pull my hands out because it was like, right? I pull the hands out and I have my hands out. And my dad comes down, he's watching Dave Justice fucking home run, fucking game 3. He looks over at me, he's like, ew, why is your hand all bloody? That's the first time I realized I understood the term caught red-handed. I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna end with this. All right, we got a lot of problems in this country. I'm not one of them. I'm part of the fucking solution. My eyes are up here, everybody. My eyes are up here. And mental health is a problem. We got these shootings, we got these terrible people, and all these things. And when you look at it, you think, oh, he's got money, he's happy. Look, Robin Williams, right? He was a successful comedian. He wasn't doing jokes in the golf course. And he was a highly decorated actor. and he had $300 million in the bank. And when they found him deceased after he hanged himself, hung?
Yeah.
Well hung? So when the doctors found him, he was naked, and they said he was well hung. You did that too. Yeah, that's your fault. Devil. Anyway, listen, half metal comedy.
Full Metal Comedy.
You guys have been here.
Hello, Mr. Laurie. Yes, Sandwich, you guys. Oh my God. Thank you all so much once again for spending your hard-earned money here at the Basketball Bar. I'll give up your bar staff, make sure to send the bartenders and the servers. They're working their butts off to make this thing happen for us. It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Every headliner we've had in this show calls me because they get lost on the way. I'm sure you can relate. My friend Murder took the orange line. He walked that shit to here. Called me like 7 times. I got accosted by a pickle, blah, blah, blah. She has been good enough to grace us on my birthday. Best Ball Stage. You've seen her as writer on Conan TBS, Comedy Central, Last Comic Standing. Her new special that's may or may not Hulu is called Sis, Woke, Grief, Slut. Give it up for Laurie Kilmartin.
Thank you. Woodley Golf Course. One more time for Casey, guys. It's his birthday. This is a great night. This might be my last night in comedy. So what a momentous night. What a treat to perform for the remains of meals. I did get lost. It is terrifying. I don't know how you guys got here. Did you get here at noon? Like, you can't get here at nighttime. And then I finally pulled all the way up, and I was like, I felt scared. Because pitch black and a serial killer halogen lights. That's it. But then there's a guy playing golf at night. I was like, all right, that makes me feel safe. And I was like, why? Why would that make me feel safe? This guy is obviously a psycho. And I felt scared again. And then Casey found me and walked me in here. And I fired all my entire team. This is nice. Thanks for staying. I get the feeling a lot of you don't have a place to go back to. But I'm glad you're here. Listen, I haven't had COVID yet, guys. Thank you. I'm saving it for my wedding night. No, it's not magic. I'm vaxxed and boosted. I wear masks. I ventilate, all my spaces. I use an antiviral nasal spray, and also I've never taken a COVID test. So that, we're really, thank you very much. You'll stay healthy. That's what I say. Oh my God, ladies, are you back? I thought I'd lost the gals. Yay. Hello. I'm a parent. Are there parents here? Yeah. Oh, God. I feel like it's a lot of guys that are child support. Are you guys hiding right now? How old are your kids, sir? You booed. Yeah. 10 and 4. Okay. I have a teenager. You're deep in it. Where are they right now tonight? I don't know that you're that deep in it. You hope the 4-year-olds go. You're a little shallow with it. The ladies left. Go on. Listen, I have a 17-year-old, and there are people out there catfishing teenage boys, okay, getting them to send dick pics, and then demanding a ransom. And if the boy doesn't pay the ransom, they release a dick pic. So I showed this article to my son. I was like, listen, I don't have ransom money. So if you're going to take a dick pic, make it a good one. It's going nationwide. I can't stop it. And then to be supportive, I bought my son a ring light.
and they showed him some filters that fooled me. There's a filter that makes you look really wide. I don't think you guys want to look into it. I would like this tape deleted immediately. I don't want evidence of this anywhere. This is an anonymous, confidential set. You guys know that, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. And a very male audience.
Indeed.
Yeah, all right, that's good. Yes, the guys agree. That is a unisex bathroom. I saw two women come out earlier and then you came out, sir, but never mind, it's all good. Like, what's going on in there? Someone's making babies. Listen, it's too bad teenagers are so worried that a picture of their genitals would ruin their lives and they would try to pay ransom. Why don't we destigmatize genitals?
Yes.
Thank you. How about everybody in the world on your 25th birthday? You just take a picture of whatever is between your legs and put it into a global Dropbox that everyone can access. That way, no one will blackmail you because we've all got each other's pics. All right, I guess what I'm really saying is I wish there was a picture of my 25-year-old vagina on the internet. Guys, it was a beauty. I had a bush that reached to the stars, touched the Milky Way, and ended in a black hole. You don't want to see the current vagina, trust me. This vagina is clinically depressed. This one writes letters to its member of Congress, asking them to lower the age of Medicare. Please, sir, please, I won't make it to 65. I have a separate hand inside and a brother typewriter. It's constantly issuing correspondence. So my son, it's weird because I'm almost like he's a junior in high school, he's 17. Like, my shift is almost done.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Like, I've been a single mom for 14 years. Thank you. Well, I don't clap. I didn't do a good job. He's a psychopath. But you know what? That'll be your problem in 11 months, not mine. That's society's thing to do with. You know, he's a great kid. But when you have a son, you can't tell the age where they start watching porn. And it's the age where they volunteer to do their own laundry. My son doesn't pick up anything except when he's 11 and he became very interested in doing his own laundry. And I figured it out. I started to troll him. I'd be like, hey, man, I'm doing a load. Want me to grab some stuff? No. Are you sure, honey? Socks only. All right, sweetheart. But, you look back on your parenting, you go, should I have done anything differently? I didn't raise my kid religious. I was raised by Catholics. And I was like, no, none of that. We're stopping that Catholic church shit right now. And then my son, the other day, he wakes up on a Sunday. He goes, I love Sundays. They're so chill. And I got jealous. I got mad. I'm like, wow, it must be nice to have me as a mom. You think Sundays are chill. So I decided I have 11 months left where I can make him do what I want to do. And I'm going to take him to Mass. We're going at 7 a.m. Latin. And I'm going to tell him, look, there's 5 priests at this Mass, and one of them has been reassigned 14 times. You need to figure out who it is and stay away from him. Because Sundays aren't chill, son. But I am, I want to date, when I told my kid, I go, when you go to college, I'm probably going to start dating. And then he said, I'm not sure if I want to go to college. And I was like, well, to be clear, I will be fucking men in your bedroom. So if you don't want to hear that, you might want to live in a dorm. 5 states away. Western states, the chunky ones, not Northern states. So, and I like to date men my age. I'm in my 50s, and I'm feeling out of line. And it's, what? Divorced guys my age are not well. I realize there are a lot of you in the audience tonight, so this bit might not go over well here. But I don't know, something is amiss, and I think it's this. Gen X men are the last generation of men to play high school sports without concussion protocols. There's some brain damage out there, guys. And they're just out there like these giant shaken babies. DMing in all caps. Do you know Joe Rogan? So the options now are like divorced guys or widowers. And I have to tell you, I prefer widowers because divorced guys always want to get back with their exes, and widowers know they can't. And I know that sounds mean, but I like that sense of closure. If a guy has even one living ex, he's going to dump me. Because I'm a terrible girlfriend. I perform every night. This is a Saturday night, and I'm here, okay? This is not what anyone wants in a girlfriend, right? And if you're dating me, I will make fun of your penis. And if you ask me not to, I'll add that to the joke. I don't do NDAs. I make men sign TPAs, total disclosure agreements. You acknowledge and initial that I will describe your balls on stage. Most guys don't sign up for that. But to me, widowers are sad. You know, they'll like get lost in their grief sometimes. They'll be like, I miss Debbie. And you have to be like, well, Debbie's dead. I'm not. Bend over. Something to Here's the thing, what I know is I'll never be the love of anyone's life. I know that. But here's my pitch. Let me be the love of what's left of your life. Let's die together. That's what I tell men on the apps. And then afterwards, you can go to heaven with your wife, because I will be in hell anyway for jokes I told in the early 2000s. Who got those jokes in? Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you. I was on a flight recently. I was on a JetBlue flight. This is such a weird thing to have happened. So I was red-eye flying, and you know, when you take your red eye, they lower the lights to make it more romantic. And so I'm in the middle seat. The guy next to me in the aisle, as soon as the lights go out, his hand goes to his crotch and he starts just rubbing over the pants. And I have to tell you, obsessed. I could not stop. I was like, is this really happening? And part of me thought, I should just tell this guy, stop touching your penis, you're in public, you know? Because I'm a mother, I've said that to my own son thousands of times. I could say it under the sea in a coma. That's how much it's locked into my brain. But then I started thinking, I wonder if there's any money in this for me. Like, this is one of those things, maybe I could sue JetBlue for damages. You know, so I didn't tell him to stop, but I kept my eye on it. And he didn't know I was watching it, and he definitely didn't know I was filming it. That's how lost he was. I took out my iPhone, I got like 10 minutes of footage. Check out my Instagram. And I uploaded it. I'm in a chat with a bunch of female comics, so I uploaded the footage, and I go, and we're all ages. I'm one of the older ones. I go, this guy's doing this right next to me right now. And one of the young female comics goes, that's a sexual assault. And I was like, you are adorable. Do you also get full after one bite of ice cream? I'm like, please. And I don't need to mock millennial women. I love that energy, get those predators, but my bar is very different. To me, it's not a sexual assault unless I call the cops and they don't believe me. That's when I know an incident happened. So, and this guy, I wasn't feeling harmed by this guy. Like, I was kind of obsessed. Like, he wasn't even watching porn. You know what he's watching? You know that flight tracker app on his iPad? That's what he was looking at while he was rubbing himself. And I'll never look at Utah the same again. Maybe it's all Mormons, but that's when he landed the plane. Anyway, JetBlue, I sent the footage to JetBlue. I wrote a letter of complaint, and they gave me $100 off my next flight. Thank you. I feel well compensated. It's not McDonald's lady money, but. And I did have to split it with the guy because I told him keep it going, I'll make us both rich. But still, Most of it was worth it in the end. I have a dog. Are there pet owners here?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dog, what do you have, sir? Did you not? Who? Okay, I'm not cops. Just, I got some.
a Yorkshire Terrier and a Chihuahua.
You have 3 dogs?
I have 3. No, it's one dog.
It's one dog with 3 breeds in it?
Yes.
Okay. How did that happen?
What?
How did that happen?
We rescued.
Oh, okay. I was asking how the dog has 3 breeds, but.
He's retarded.
Okay, thank you. That actually answers that question. So that's okay. I'm sorry I even asked you. Go back to I have a dog, and when I got her, she was not spayed, and she went into heat. And that is basically a dog period. They just bleed everywhere. And watching another female mammal bleed like that was interesting to me, because they handle it differently than women do, you know? Like women, we are ashamed if we make any sort of mess, and dogs aren't. You know, if I destroyed someone's white carpet like my dog did mine, I would have like jumped into a kill shelter and just lay down in an oven, you know. But my dog was like staring me in the eye while she was dropping clats everywhere, ruining hundreds or tens of dollars worth of clothing. I got it in Nordstrom's rack. It was valued at $100. She didn't know I had been discounted. Here's my point. It made me appreciate women. And all the women in the room tonight. Not many, but I appreciate you. Yeah. Because of how tidy you are. Because you don't have to be. Right? You can be out there free bleeding like dogs if you're not. So for that, I say thank you. And I start thinking, wow, this country's turning its back on women. We're losing a lot of our rights, abortion rights, contraceptive rights. Maybe it's time we start reminding everybody how gross we can be. I bet there's a couple women in this venue tonight on a heavy flow. And I remember those nights. They're uncomfortable. You probably don't want to come to the comedy show. All right? But you had tickets. So you're like, all right, I'm going to go. And you plugged up real good. Right? You put in a super plus and another super plus. And a shoe and a bucket of debris from the streets. Also, you don't make a mess. Well, I challenge one of you ladies to pull that clutter out right now. Ruin us in your red fury. Drown this golf course. Put out those hot halogen lights. You can DM me after the show and be like, Laurie, I destroyed Whitney Lakes. It's now a Red Sea. And I'll be like, good job, soldier. Now you rest, because next month we march on Gelson's. Clean up on every island. I do feel like people love their dogs too much right now, though.
Yes.
Yeah. And do you have a dog, sir? No, you don't. But you're tired of people loving their dogs.
I'm not tired of it.
Okay. Just yes. Thank you, ma'am. Yes. I feel like all the men are about to snap with some sort of defensiveness. Just a group of men that don't want to be reminded that they should be with their children tonight. It's not my business why you're not fellas. You've got some resentful wives and exes. Where's that motherfucker? Oh, they're putting the Christmas tree up? And you're here?
I'm joking.
I'll do the jokes. You can. You just try to stay upright in that chair. You're not looking good right now. No, you look good. I mean, the odds of you not falling over and having a head injury that I'll find on a dating site say I love you to women a little too easily. So I might be whining out with your children tonight. Here's the thing. People love their dogs too much. Is there anyone here that loves their dog like it's their baby?
He's got one.
Yes. Can I talk to you for a second? I know you're busy. Okay. So what kind of dog do you have? A Doberman. Okay. That's a tough baby to love. And what's your dog's name? Rue. Named after Rue McClanahan from the Golden Girls? After a food. Oh, okay. Well, that's a bit fancy for me. I'm more of a Waffle House gal. But okay.
She's a fancy girl.
She is a fancy girl. What's your name?
I'm Kira.
Kira. Okay, so Kira, I want you to imagine something. Imagine your house is caught on fire. Okay, and you escape. All your loved ones escape, and you're thinking, what a miracle. Then you realize you forgot your dog, Rue. She's in there. Kira, would you run back in that house to try to save Rue's life?
100%. The thing is, I think I forget my husband over my dog.
Rue, you have to answer the question I asked you. And believe me, I'm all for your husband burning alive. Don't get me wrong. He's going to be here in about 6 years. Would you run? No, it's you. It's you. You would. Okay, you are going to die here. You can't do that. You gotta let that dog go. You can always get another Doberman and name it after a fancy French food. This goes for all of you guys, not just Kira. All of your dogs are completely replaceable. Hard truth to hear, but it is true. All right, I have proof. My dad, over the course of his lifetime, had 5 black labs named Pepsi. 5. One would die. My dad would go to the count. He'd pick out the next Pepsi. He'd take the collar off the dead Pepsi, put it on the new Pepsi. Our family had one red dog collar for 55 years. Same tags. So don't go back to the dog. I never go back to the cat because the cat set the fire in the first place. Cats have 9 lives. They would love to waste one of their lives watching you burn to death.
Why do you gotta be black labs?
I saw that joke coming, and I talked over it the first time. I gave you an out. I let you go, oh, that wasn't worth that much. And you're like, oh, I'm going to try it again.
I wanted.
You want what?
I wanted to hear this.
You want to hear the answer? Why are they black labs?
Why do they have to be black labs?
Well, because we got one black lab. and we liked it. And that's
Don't worry.
Is your name Show Killer? What is your purpose here tonight? Did your children ask you to leave the house? Go, Daddy, go! You're going to Christmas tree night. Get out! Oh my God, guys. This is a great last night of a long 35-year career. You know that text group of female comics I told you about? I did text them and say, this is a bad night to remember that I've been doing comedy longer than Jim Gaffigan. This is one that makes you go, wow, I made some bad choices. I'm sorry, I'm talking to other people that make bad choices. Don't remind us. All right, do you guys recognize me at all?
Yeah.
No, you don't. I don't think you probably wouldn't. I went viral last year for a couple days, last May 2022, because I appeared on MSNBC and I told an abortion joke. Thank you. I had to, guys. It was, that's how I celebrate traditionally. And the right wing went nuts. And it was that weekend that they leaked the draft that they were going to overturn Roe v. Wade. And that was Mother's Day weekend. So all I said was, I hope that leaker is a Republican, because I'm going to find him, have sex with him, get pregnant, and joyfully abort the fetus. Now, guys, first of all, that's not my best joke. I admit that, but guess what? I don't give the good shit to MSNBC on Sunday nights. And I thought it was obvious I was joking. I'm in my 50s. I can't get pregnant. Guys, if I announced to you that I was pregnant, you wouldn't be happy for me. You'd be like, science has gone too far. For me to have a baby, you'd have to shove a baby into my vagina and pull it out again. And that baby would have to be a preemie because I do kegels. Pretty tight little town down there. But the right wing saw that joke, they went insane. I got doxxed on Facebook. Somebody posted my address on Facebook. Yes, that somebody was my brother. He was like, she's always been like this, get her. And then all day long on Monday, Christians emailed me. I don't know what the collective noun is for Christians, a crucifix of Christians. Emailed me to let me know that I was a slut. Guys, I'm a middle-aged single mom. Please, slut me. Please. You know where I live now. Stop by the house. And then Monday night, my friend texted me. She goes, "Oh my God, are you watching Fox News?" And I was like, "No. Why are you?" Well, it turned out Sean Hannity did a segment on me on his show on Fox News, right?
Whoa.
They show my little joyfully abort joke, and they go full frame to Sean, and he's furious. He goes, "Folks, you can't make this stuff up." Dumb fuck, I literally made it up. That's what jokes are. They're made up things. And the person he was talking about me to was Lara Trump. Now, Lara is the wife of Eric Trump. And she was slamming the shit out of me on TV. And I am watching from home going, bitch, you're not even a blood Trump. Shut up. I would accept this critique from Ivanka. Even Tiffany. But not, Eric. Anyway, my goal for the rest of this year is to find Sean Hannity, have sex with him. Get pregnant. Enjoy the very best. Material. You know what's weird though is this country is really failing when it comes to abortion rights and pregnancy and all that stuff. And other countries do it right. Did you guys know that in Estonia, if you're a man and you get a woman pregnant, you're automatically fined $2,000, and you only get the money back when she testifies that she's trying to get pregnant. That is not true. I just wanted the women to feel good for a couple seconds. Did you notice that? The few women in the room were like, "Oh my God, it's fair somewhere." And the men were like, "I'm never going to Estonia. It's become unaffordable." All right, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Do you guys hate J.K. Rowling?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone hates her now because she's a turf. I say, welcome to my world. I've been hating this lady for a long time because I had to read Harry Potter books out loud to my son. By the third book, I was like, hope these kids die. Take Hagrid with you. She wrote Hagrid's dialect. She wrote it in like Scottish dialect. There's no fucking consonants. It's all vowels and apostrophes. I gotta read that at 10 o'clock at night. And plus, she's a bad writer. She uses too many adverbs. She absolutely, positively, totally, completely uses too many adverbs. That is a classic J.K. Rowling sentence. Maybe if she hated adverbs as much as she hates pronouns, she'd be a better writer. All right, that's it for me. Thanks so much.
Music, right? Yeah. It's coming. Nice job, Laurie.
Laurie, Kilmartin. Thanks for coming out to the next Golf Course Basketball Comedy Hall. We're trying to get a couple more of these going next year.
Yeah. Of course. Cash is king, bro. Just make sure that he doesn't send me money for.
No, I did.
Okay. Thank you. What's up, dude?
Yeah, this stream.
I did not have a good tip. They did.
You had a set.
Yes. No, I did it. I said it out loud with confidence.
Thank you. Thank God. I sent that to PC.
Oh my god.
Insane, right?
And he's just depressed.
I can't wait for you to check your messenger. Oh, nice. I sent you something. It'll be a surprise. No, I just fun list. Right, you know. I was doing my house and I was not alone. Let's go. What do you do? What are you going to do?
I'm not planning on having children.
Right, yeah. Yes, mine too.
Okay, I'm gonna turn this all